So if all of you are ready, then please let me know that from which part of the country you are joining this program, your state or your city, so that I will be coming to know to whom I am interacting. So let make this session interactive one. So Mumbai, Maharashtra, Ashraf ji from Assam, Kharwani ji is from Meghalaya, Andhra Pradesh, Sanjay ji from Ludhiana, Punjab, Snehashu Pushpender Singh ji from Jaipur, Rajasthan, Nagesh R ji from Karnataka, then Gratitude from Punjab, Indu Shukla ji from Kanpur, then Satish Seni ji is from Punjab, Jayashri Mahadev ji from Jamshedpur, Anil Yadav ji from Jamshedpur, New Delhi से भी हैं, अमिता जैन, प्रेमा पारिक जी from Vadodara, Gujarat. So welcome you all. Thank you very much. So that we are looking into that throughout the different part of the country, we are having the participant from the Jammu Kashmir also. Rajni Thapa ji is there from Jammu Kashmir, Bulandshahr, Doaba College, Jalandhar, Punjab. So welcome you all to this program, and let's start. So with this permission, I will be sharing my presentation to you. And in this brief presentation, this program shall be going for 90 minutes. And friends, let me tell you that this program is going to clarify the complete process since registration to the peer team visit and the NAAC grade declaration. And in between, I will be sharing you the different timelines. Please stay here and learn carefully. Whatever the questions you are having, please reserve them. At the end of the session, I will be giving the opportunity to ask the question. All of you can do that. So let me share my screen with you. So anybody can please confirm that whether you are able to see my screen. Yeah, thank you, Sinaji. Thank you, Rajni ji. Thank you, Dr. Sapsi. Yeah. So including the registration, there are 10 steps, 10 major key steps for the NAAC accreditation process. And this procedural details I am going to share with you. So friends, before that, let's understand what is the NAAC. All of you are aware that NAAC is an autonomous body of University Grant Commission, and it was established in the 1994. And during the period of 29 years, the NAAC has evolved with such a robust process for accreditation of the higher education institutions and awarding the grades. This process previously was a subjective one, in that the peer team used to visit the institution, and the NAAC was having the performa. Peer institutions used to fill this performa. Peer team used to evaluate that, and the NAAC grade was declared. But from the July 1st, 2017, this process has been completely changed from subjective to mixed one. Then there are subjective and objective evaluation process was there. This process, this complete entire change was known as the Revised Accreditation Framework, RAF. So the institutions who have applied after July 2017, they were accredited in the Revised Accreditation Framework. What is this Revised Accreditation Framework and what are the changes were made? So there were significant things have been improved, so that there was the bifurcation of the matrices. Matrices means questions. That NAAC is having the matrices under the 7 criteria and key indicators. And these matrices have been divided into 2 parts. That one is the quantitative type of matrix and one is the qualitative type of matrix. So all these things I will be discussing with you. Then NAAC has introduced one concept that is known as the student satisfaction survey. And this student satisfaction survey process is that I will be discussing with you. NAAC introduced the pre-qualifier blueprint, that is pre-qualifier step. And this pre-qualifier step was added to have a checkpoint that beyond that, if the institution is not qualified with the pre-qualifier, would not be able to move ahead in the chronology of the NAAC accreditation process. So all these things I am going to share with you. Then there is a concept of known as the DVV, that is the data validation and verification. I will be sharing you what is that and what is the significance of that and what are the things to be taken care of while doing the documentation, while filing the NAAC accreditation process, and what are the significant points that need to be and that must to be understood. So with this outset, let's move to the first step. And this first step is about known as the institutional information for the quality assessment. IIQA, this is the abbreviated name. Now what this IIQA is? IIQA is the process. Previously, it was known as the letter of intent. Letter of intent means institution used to give a letter to the NAAC that yes, we are ready for the NAAC accreditation and please do send us the performa and all these things. So NAAC used to send the performa, institution do the things, peer team used to visit. So before 2017, 1st of July, it was known as the letter of intent. But afterwards, it is known as the IIQA. Now what this IIQA is, let's understand. This IIQA is a process in which NAAC want to know that whether the institution is accreditation ready or not. And there are 3 points that we have to see. That is, this IIQA can be filed any point of time in the year. Previously, it was the time slot window around October, November. NAAC used to invite the application, and the institutions do fill the letter of intent. And then this process was going on before 2017. But now this IIQA can be filed at any point of time in the year. There may be two things. It may be accepted, it may be rejected. So sometimes IIQA also do rejected also. So let's understand what would happen if this IIQA would be rejected and what are the reasons why this is being rejected. So I told you that NAAC want to know that through IIQA whether this institution is accreditation ready or not. So in that, if there are little bit problems are there in the IIQA application filing, and the whole process has been made online, NAAC would not invite even a single paper from you until unless it is being asked. So everything has to be done online. So if there are little bit problems are there, then specific suggestions would be given to higher education institutions, and then they can be rectified, and the institution can reapply, or you can make this, some corrections. The institution can reapply twice after the first attempt resulting in the rejection. That means in total a year with a single fee of 25,000 rupees plus GST, the institution can make 3 attempts in a year with the single filing of IIQA. Now, let's understand what are the reasons for which IIQA could be rejected. So you might be thinking that there are a little bit mistakes. I do visit the institutions in the capacity of the NAAC assessor. I have consulted with many institutions. Many faculty members do ask me that what should be done, what should be done. And then I came to know in the few institutions that they are not knowing that when to file IAQ, and then simple they follow the steps. Step 1 registration, second IAQ submission, third SSR submission, and then and so on. So that what would be happening, that I will be telling you in the next step. So, but before, let's understand that why this IAQA could be rejected. The name which of the institution which has been mentioned as such in the statutory regulatory documents, or in the case of affiliated institution, it is the university document, exactly as such the name should be there. Not even a difference of the comma or all these things. Let me share you. Some institutions do write the Institute of Arts and Technology Science. Some institution would be like M.M. Institute of Arts and Science. Some institution would be writing that complete name, Maharishi Markandeeshwar Institute of Arts and Science. So there are the different variations of the name that are in vogue, but we have to be stick very much specifically. Then the institutions, whatever the programs the institution is running, then they have to put the statutory regulatory authority documents, which will be showing that these are the affiliated to the institution. These are approved by the particular council, regulatory council. So all these documents needed to be filed there. Then they will be asking you about the number of faculty members who are there and their cadre ratio, professor, assistant professor, associate professor, teaching and non-teaching staff. Then they will be asking you about the number of students who are enrolled year-wise. So all this information is to be provided there, and there are somehow this problem is there, and due to which this NAAC IIQA can be rejected. So we have to take care of all these things while doing this. So fundamentally, the basic information about the institutions. IIQA may be rejected if the institution is not fulfilling the criteria. What is the minimum criteria to file the NAAC application, NAAC assessment invitation? Institution must be having the 6-year standing, or there must be 2 batches have been passed. So this is the minimum prerequisite. Institution must be enrolled on the AISHE portal, that is All India Survey on Higher Education. So these are the prerequisites for the NAAC accreditation. So these are the reasons due to which this IIQ can be rejected. Now, if IIQA is accepted, then you would be moving to the next step, and the next step is known as the now here one important thing to be taken care of. I was telling you that many institutions do have mistake. The SSR submission is the third step. registration, IAQ submission, and SSR submission. And once you have submitted the SSR, IAQA, and IAQA is accepted. So within acceptance, you would be having only 45 days to file the SSR, self-study report. SSR means self-study report. Now, this self-study report is a very big document. So in case of affiliated institutions, it would be having the 55 matrices, general affiliated institution. 55. In case of universities, general universities, it is 115 matrices. In case of health science universities, it is 125 matrices. So there are different type of institutions for which the manuals have been given on the NAAC website. So the institution may be the general institution, affiliated institution. Institution may be the autonomous institution, autonomous college. The institution may be the health science college, the medical, dental, nursing, physiotherapy, yoga, etc. The institution may be the general university. The institution may be the health science university. The institution may be the Sanskrit institution. The institution may be the law institution. The institution may be the dual mode university. So for all these types of institutions, there are different type of manuals because the nature of study and nature of the programs they are offering are differing. So looking into that, NAAC has derived, previously there was the uniform manual, but over the period of time, NAAC evolved with the process of the individualization of the complete matrices. Matrices means questions. So we have to take care once this IIQA has been submitted. So rule of thumb is that we must be having the self-study report ready in our hand before IIQA application submission. Because once it is submitted within 10 days, IIQA would be accepted. In mostly in generalized, if there is not significant problem. So you would be not having. So if you are ready with because SSR is the document in which we have to support the quantitative metrics, qualitative metrics. We have to provide the supporting document, scan documents of the past 5 years in many matrices. The lot of documentation is required, lot of process is required, and I have seen that the institutions, due to the lack of why I have initiated this initiative of providing the training to the faculty members, because the documentation is the major thing, and the faculty members being the key stakeholder of any higher education institutions have to play the pivotal role. And due to the lack of training of the faculty members, many a times the institution do lose marks because of improper documentation. So documentation is the, you can say, backbone of the NAAC accreditation. And this SSR filling is an important document. So once this, let's talk more about this SSR submission. SSR, once this IAQA would be submitted, you would be having a mail, and in that mail you would be giving the intimation that you can go to the submission of the SSR. Until the IAQA is not accepted, your SSR link would not be activated. So this mail would be showing that your link is activated and everything would be there. Once you have registered, you would be having the ID and password from the NAAC. And from that, you can log into the portal. And from that portal, you can come to know that now this is the IAQ submission is done, SSR submission, and then you would be having the online file opening the different matrices step by step. And in those matrices, you have to fill that. So while filling the SSR, what are the documents that to be taken into consideration? One is the manual. The beautiful thing with the NAAC is that everything has been written in the manual. So you have to download your respective type of manual from the NAAC website, latest manual. Then there are the standard operating procedures. Now, what is the standard operating procedure? This standard operating procedure is a document, PDF file available on the NAAC website, which will be telling you that what are the documentation requirement for the quantitative type of metrics. Now let's talk about the qualitative and quantitative type of metrics. What are these matrices? The qualitative type of matrices are the matrices or questions in which the institution is supposed to write a write-up of 500 words or 1,000 words in some cases or 2,000 words in some cases. So what we need to do, we have to write down the specific aspects of the practices that have been done by the NAAC, by the higher education institutions. So in this limited words, we have to provide all the information, because these are the things which would be evaluated by the peer team. What is peer team? I will be sharing with you at the end. So the peer team, which will be visiting to your institution, they will be assessing to the different qualitative type of matrices. And then there is the quantitative type of matrices. That means these are the objective type of matrices in which you would be providing the Excel formats, MS Excel formats, and these Excel formats are also available. So this Excel formats are known as the matrices. You can say quantitative type of matrices. These are also available, and then you have to download that. And for these, SOP is to be referred. And usually in case of the institutions, 70-30 ratio has been observed. The 70% questions or matrices are the quantitative type of matrices, and the 30 to 35 matrices are the qualitative type of matrices. So this 38 and 62% is for the affiliated general institutes that I have mentioned here. So you have to look into that. Different ratio may be vary depending upon the type of institutions. So previously for the affiliated general institutions, it was the 93 matrix. But in the year 2022, the NAAC has reduced the number of matrices up to 55. Sorry, May 2022. So this recent changes was there. Now, this is the meaning of the qualitative and quantitative type of matrices. Now, there are specific things to be taken care of while filling the SSR. Now, what is this? That SSR means, just a moment. So in SSR, there is a portion that is known as the extended profile. Now, what this extended profile is? This extended profile is a very important matrix or very important document we need to fill with very care. They are asking about the number of faculty members year-wise. They are asking you about the number of students year-wise. They are asking you about the number of number of students who are appearing in the final examination, and based on which they will be calculating the pass percentage. Based on the number of students, they will be calculating the different percentage matrices where whatever is being asked in the self-study report. So this would be making the denominator, and based on that, the percentage would be calculated. They will be asking about that, what is the expenditure on the maintenance or the total expenditure of the institution, excluding the salary component. So they will be asking that how much you are spending on the maintenance, how much you are spending on the augmentation of the infrastructure. So likewise, these are the things they will be asking. So structured format is there. So this figure would be fixed. So please do fill this very carefully. Then one more major mistake the institutions do, that they do start this documentation part. Okay, we have to collect the 5-year data, this document, making the scan copy and then making the big file. And when they go to the portal upload, then the portal is rejecting that this file is exceeding the 5 MB. So what we can do, because above 5 MB, no document would be accepted or uploaded on the NAAC portal. So what we have to do, we have to put out some important scanned copies, and at the last we can show that this is the link where we can access all these documents, and this link should be leading to the website. The institution must be having the functional website. This is also the prerequisite. And many times due to the website maintenance, this IIQA may be rejected. So this, you can upload the remaining document there, and you give the link there on this document document which you are uploading on the portal itself. So portal is having the limited capacity. Beyond 5 MB, no document would be accepted. So please take a note while preparing your documents. Then SSS, that is a student satisfaction survey. SSS is the student satisfaction survey. Now, what is this SSS is? It is also to be submitted with the SSR. In the SSR, there are 7 criteria. What is SSR actually? This is 7 criteria. In this 7 criteria, there are 32 key indicators. In this 32 key indicators, you are having the 55 matrices. 55 matrices mean the questions. Questions may be the qualitative type of questions, and question may be the quantitative type of questions. And in the matrix number 2.7.1, they are asking about the details of the students who are on board. And you have to provide the complete information of the students, like their name, in which program they are studying, in which year they have admitted, what is the domicile state, whether the student is national or international student, what is the WhatsApp number or mobile number of the student, what is the email ID of the student. So all this information they would be asking to you, and NAAC will be utilizing this information for conducting the student satisfaction survey. And what is this student satisfaction survey? In the next segment, I will be sharing with you. So up to this point, the things are clear that step by step we are moving. That what is the NAAC accreditation process? Now, once this SSR is being submitted, the next step is the data validation and verification process. Now, what is this data validation? This, in abbreviation, it is known as the DVV. So, data validation and verification. So, whatever the SSR or document that we have submitted, this document would not be verified by the NAAC officials. Like advisor, deputy advisor, assistant advisors, they will not be looking into, neither their staff. NAAC has hired some agencies which have been selected based on the rigorous procedure. And these are the agencies which are specialized in the document verification by the IT firms, basically they are. And in that, they are looking into the different aspects of the documents that have been submitted by the institution, and based on their availability, and they will be comparing with the standard operating procedures, whether they are filling with this norms or not. And if shortcomings are there, then they will be intimating to the institution about the query, and the institution need to be submit the query satisfaction documents, supporting documents. They may ask the verification of the data that you have given. So that's why this is known as the data validation and verification process. And this data validation and verification process would be done for the QNM, that is the quantitative type of matrices for which you have uploaded the Excel sheets. Now, what would be happening after DVV process? There would be the DVV clarification. If you institution is having any, their DVV is having any clarification to be seeked from the institution is supposed to fill or supposed to provide the support document within 15 days of the query raising. So it is very important, once you have submitted the SSR, you keep on looking into the your portal, because all the information, all the queries would be raised on the portal itself. So please take care of these things, so that every day you should be looking into. Then if the query has been raised, so that within 15 days you have to answer that. So the people who are there, who are in the process of documentation filing, please take care of this. Now, this DVV process, afterwards, the deviation report would be generated. And what this deviation report is, many times it happens that institutions do provide the information or the data or documents which are not belonging to them. And if there are serious problems in the documentation, the NAAC do take the legal actions. And the NAAC has done already previously with some of the institutions. What could be the legal actions? They may intimate to the regulatory authorities or to the university with which they are affiliated, regarding this institution has done this. So you take the appropriate actions. Or they may debar the institution for 5 years or more period, whatever depending upon the type of act the institution has done. So try to be as upload the certificate or documents which you can justify. Merely just to increase the numbers, please do not do this thing, because in the DVV process, either they would not be considered, or if some false information, falsification of information is found, it may be leading to the legal actions. So it would be the defaming to the institution also. Then pre-qualifier stage is the stage. And now let me have the 4 or 5 minutes on this pre-qualifier stage. So this is the part of the deviation report. In this deviation report itself, I told you that there is a checkpoint beyond which the institution would not be able to move if they are not able to qualify the pre-qualifier stage. Now, to understand the pre-qualifier stage, let me share with you one example which is very relevant to all of you. So all of you, please tell me that all of you have used this Google Map. That Google Map is used to reach from one location to the another location. Yes? So this Google Map is there, which is being used to reach to the unknown locations. I am asking you, what if, and in this what we are doing, we are putting a current location, we are putting a destination location, and it would be giving us the different paths through which we can reach. Okay, this path is with the toll tax, this path is shortest one, this path is longer one, this is having this much of kilometers. Yes. So I'm asking you, what if that destination location from suppose from Delhi to Ahmedabad, you have to go. So you know that you have to go to the Ahmedabad. But what if somehow your Google Map is having the option of the current location disabled? So there is no option to put the current location. So I am asking you whether you would be able to make the path or you would be able to reach to this Ahmedabad destination without having the current location? Yes or no? Would you be able to reach if your current location is disabled? Of course not. It would be अगर रास्ता नहीं बनेगा और रास्ता बन भी गया तो बड़ा अजीब सा बनेगा, and then you would not be able to move that. And actually this is happening. This is happening with the majority of the institutions. How? On one fine day, the management has asked that you have to go for the NAAC accreditation. And the principal and the staff members started this they gone through the manual, and then they ask that these are the documents required, and then they keep on documentation and collection and all these things. So let me tell you, friends, whether you have observed this thing or not. So this is happening because the path and every management is asking that we are not agreeing less than A++ grade. Yes or no? Every management is asking that we want to have the A++ grade, and then continuously the faculty members are keep on working on the documentation and all these things. Nobody want actually less than this A++ or A grade. The point to mention here is that the current location is missing and the destination location we are knowing. And then we are moving here and there. It is taking time. It is taking more energy. It is taking the moderation. It is increasing the stress and anxiety of the faculty members. If this would be happening, what would happen? If this would be happening, what would happen? So putting the current location is also important. So the pre-qualifier is a tool, and I will be telling you that what this pre-qualifier tool and how you can access this in the second part of this program. So the pre-qualifier is a tool by which you can come to know that if right now I will be applying for this NAAC assessment and accreditation process, what would be the possible grade that I would be having? And once we are knowing that this is the current status, this is the destination status, now the rasta is clear, now the way is clear, we will be coming to know that this is the long way, and we are currently here to reach this A++. Suppose the score is 2.5 and you want to have the score of A+. So there is a difference of the 0.45, 0.75 marks on the CGPA scale of the NAAC. So to cover these, what are the various areas in which you can work out? So you can put more focus area, number one. Number two, you can take that how much time it would take if we have not done the things in the past. So you can take another 6 months or 1 year, and then you can do the exercise, and then you can come to know that these are the things we can do, which will be leading us. These are the quality systems, IQ, internal quality assurance system, that we are lacking. We will install that so that we would be able to get the good marks and having the good practices in our institutes. So this is the meaning of the pre-qualifier status. So the NAAC would be asking, pre-qualifier state would be qualified once the institution would be able to secure the 25% of the marks of the quantitative matrix. If institution is securing less than that, then you would not be able to move to the next. And if you are not qualified, then you have to apply afresh after 6 months of the IAQ acceptance. So you have to fill the IAQ again. So this is again the 25,000 rupees fee is there, and you have to do that. So this pre-qualifier and this status would be very important to assess the current location, and it would be making the path clear. And this is known as the strategic planning. Strategic planning, along with that, moving towards a good grade of NAAC accreditation. And many of the institutions do lack these type of strategies. If you are successfully pre-qualified, then the next step would be there. And let me share with you the student satisfaction survey. What is this? Student satisfaction survey, I told you that in the matrix number 2.7.1, you have to fill the this details. And these details actually are required for the student satisfaction survey. In 2.7.1, student details you have filled up. Now, what is this SSS is? SSS, it would be conducted simultaneously with the DVV process is going on, and then a student satisfaction survey, because in general affiliated institutions, it is carrying 60 marks. It's a very important one. So 60 marks are there. The 60 marks would be allotted based on the feedback of the students on the 25 question questionnaire, which have been sent to the students' email ID, and then students are required to respond to them. And this process would be continued for the 1 month, or until the 10% of the student population or minimum of 100, whichever is less, has been met. So this particular figure has been put to have the statistically significant number. This questionnaire is statistically validated and time tested. So mostly whatever the grade you are getting in the student satisfaction survey, usually it would be giving you the indication that what exactly grade you would be having. Along with that, the pre-qualifier calculation. So this is the meaning of student satisfaction survey. And once all this process would be done, now you would be asked to submit the 2 preferable date, and these dates would be for the peer team visit. And this peer team visit is basically what the peer team would be constituted with the senior faculty members, and usually these are the senior faculty members who are having the lot of experience. This would be within the 3 months of the pre-qualifier declaration, that now you have qualified this pre-qualifier state, and then within 3 months the peer team visit you can expect. And usually it is of the 2 to 3 days, and experts number is between 3 to 7. So 3 to 7 experts usually visit to the institution. So if the institution, then that depends, the size of the peer team depends on the size of the institution and the department, number of departments or number of specialization they are offering. So in case of general affiliated institutions, usually the 3-member team is there. One is the chairman, and chairman is usually of the rank of the vice chancellor or the director of the institution, which is of the which is recognized as the institution of excellence in the country. So top premium institution. There would be one member coordinator, which would be of the professor or senior faculty grade, and there would be another professor who would be member. So depending upon from your streams, and this process of the selection of the assessor would be the automatic by the system generated based on the NAAC is having the collegium of the assessors. These NAAC peer team members are known as the NAAC assessors. And these assessors used to visit the institution having the peer team, and then they will be doing this thing. You would be having the name of the peer team 3 days before the scheduled visit. And once they are, before that, you would not be able to know, because this process has been transparent. And then before moving of the or visit of the peer team to your institution, what you have to do, you have to update your website. And there should be the basic preparation like ornamenting, beautification of the campus, all the website documents to be uploaded, updated, data documents, so that at the time of then when the team is coming to our institution, whatever we do, that all these things needed to be done. And once this is there, so the NAAC is based on this peer team report, the DVV process generated report, and student satisfaction survey. All these three together would be calculated on the CGPA scale of 4. And out of this 4 CGPA scale, whatever the marks or the scale, the score the institution get, based on that the grade would be declared. A++ grade means 3.5 above. A plus means 3.26 above. A means 3.01 above. So 3 A grades, 3 B grades, 1 C and 1 D. There are 8 grades of the NAAC that currently are being awarded by the NAAC to the higher education institutions. D means not accredited. If the institution is getting less than 1.5 on the CGPA scale of 4, the institution would be declared as not accredited. And this is the complete story of the NAAC accreditation process from the registration to the grade declaration. So I hope all of you are clear with this particular process. Yes. So thank you, Karbani ji, Mehta ji, Parul Mehta ji, Samson, and Dr. Bhavna Nagendra saying very informative. Jitendra Makwana ji saying very informative. Yes, these are the basic things that every faculty member must know. And why I am emphasizing on the training of the faculty members, because faculty members are the key stakeholders. And while learning this NAAC accreditation, there are multiple benefits. Multiple benefits means that you would be considered as authority in your institution, that you are having the information on the NAAC accreditation, the different aspects.